Example 5, graph y equals -3 secant of x over 2. So this time it's secant, and I can see b is equal to -3. So if I was thinking secant in the terms of cosine, that would be a bottom first, so B-O-T-O-B. And again, O's are actually A's in the secant and cosecant world. Alright, I can see the amplitude is 3. If I'm graphing a cosine graph, so if y equals 0 is the middle, we go 3 up and 3 down from there to establish the values on the y-axis. I can see also that secant of x over 2, that means that c's value is 1/2 in this case. That makes the period equal to 2 pi divided by half. That's the same as 2 pi over 1 times 2, which equals 4 pi. So the period's 4 pi, 1/4 of that is pi, so 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, we go by pi's. So x is going to be at a pi scale. And again, we start at the bottom, we get an asymptote. Pretty close. Then we go to the top, we have an asymptote. Not very close. Tell you what. Shouldn't be that hard to grab something. Okay, and then back to the bottom. Okay, realize that the graph is going to be that half of the graph here. There's another asymptote about the same distance away, so just kind of, maybe give me a little bit of that. Give me the whole thing here. And then we can just do this a little bit here. And again, if you just know that's the highest point, so just make sure it's going back down that way. That'll be sufficient to show that you know what's going on there. And just to give you an idea, here, if I go y equals and type in our secant graph here, -3, I'm going to type in cosine of x over 2, and I'm going to go -1 power. Right now I'm in degrees, so I'm going to change that to radians. Okay, so -3 cosine of x over 2 to the -1st power, that's secant. I'm going to set my window, I'm going to go from -10 to 10. That allows us to see it going way up, right? And let's go to, I don't know what, 2 scale here. And then go from 0 to 4 pi on this, at a pi scale. Hit graph, see what happens. Oh, did I go from 0 to 10? Oh, I did the x and y backwards.
Oh.
That was telling. Okay, let's try again. So let's go from 0 to 4 pi on the x-axis. There we go. Tell you what, I feel like I just woke up this morning. -10, 10, and let's go to, there we go. So, window range. 0, 12, -10. Oh, y min -10, y max 10, scale 2. Oh,
wait.
-10, 10, scale 2, exponent is 1. Okay. There we go. Try it now. There we go. And it's looking right. Let's put this over here. We can kind of compare them. Alright, so pi and 3 pi have the asymptotes. They don't draw the asymptotes on the screen, but you can see that we got this part of the graph there. It kind of looks like it goes a little flatter than I did it, but we're just sketching it, so it's not that big a deal. And again, it's starting at 0, so it's getting that much of it, and ending at 4 pi, so it's that much of it. So it's the same graph. You can verify anytime you want to do it to see you graph things right. Just type it on your calculator. Just for the reciprocal functions, make sure you know how to type it. You know, it's whatever the reciprocal function is, cosine, the entire argument, and parentheses to the -1st power, that gets that reciprocal function. Type it in there properly. And make sure you graph in radians. And of course, make the x-axis scale and the y-axis scale the right scale. So don't do as I demonstrated earlier, so that'd be great.